what could be one of the biggest surprises of the summer, Freakier Friday is actually a good movie. Now, with Freakier Friday, I will openly go into this review thinking that I thought that this movie was going to be terrible. I figured there was no way that Disney creating this remake almost, but continuing a storyline in a sense, could ever get it right. But what Disney did a great job of with this movie was not reinventing the wheel, but continuing what we all enjoyed in the 2003 original. Now, in this film, you have Tess and Anna back again with their relationship, but this time there is a twist. You have Anna's daughter, you have a new love interest in his daughter, and they must figure out how to really come together and really eliminate the despise they have for each other. Now, with Freakier Friday, as I said, I did not expect this movie to be that good, as a lot of new creations of the same movie are typically not. But what this movie did an excellent job of was really allow you to laugh. Not just a forced laugh or feel like you have to, but I don't think I have sat in a theater and actually laughed as much as I did in this movie. With this, the reinvention of the wheel was not necessary because you have the same concept. You have two people, but this time add two more, and they all switch bodies. But what you really see in this movie is some of the same relationship styles from the first. You see how the parent, Tess, is a little overbearing, kind of crazy. And then you have the rebellious kid with Anna, but this time it is passed down to her daughter, Harper. Now, taking away the relationship of Tess and Anna, introducing Harper and Lily into this situation makes sense. Because what we really see early on in this movie is that their relationship is complicated from the start. I won't go into how or why, but it is complicated. And I think by having Harper and Lily both come into the fray, it just gives it a new dynamic that you will be able to follow. But ultimately, it is a similar plot to the first one. And I think by adding the new characters and even bringing back old characters, you felt like it was 2003 again. It was a movie that allowed you to sit through almost 2 hours and just enjoy. You didn't have to worry about what was going to happen next because you were able to build off the scenes that were within this film. Now, ultimately, you know how it's going to end. And that's just the way that it goes. Because if you've seen the first, you know how it is going to go again. But what they do a good job of is allowing you to understand the characters and understand the situations that are going on within the movie that are going to build up to that specific scene. Now, I want to point out Lindsay Lohan. She has kind of had this renaissance of a career recently. She looked healthy. She was incredible. And her coming back in this movie, knowing that a lot of people my age are going to want to see it, she looked outstanding. She did very well. And I was very impressed. But now we get to rating. Freakier Friday is a 4.5 out of 5. This movie exceeded every expectation that I had. As I've said multiple times, I thought this movie was going to be terrible. Because when you look at the trailer and you kind of get a sense of what you're going to see, it almost is like, is this a forced kind of remake in a sense? But Disney taking the courage of not reinventing every situation that we saw in the first, but keeping it and adding new dynamics to it allowed this movie to flow very well. And like I said, I have not laughed this hard in a movie, in a theater, in a very long time. because it is the dynamic between Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan is still there. The comedy that you saw in the first movie, those two really just bounce off of each other. And the timing and their facial expressions, it all just comes together and makes an enjoyable movie to watch. Now, this is one that I will see again, definitely. And when it hits Disney Plus, it will be the number one movie on the streaming app, because the reviews are already highly positive, and I am not somebody that will just jump and say, oh, it's great, it's great. If I don't like it, I don't. But this is a movie that I am leaving today, exceeded every expectation I had, and it is definitely worth a watch. So Freakier Friday is out now. For me, it is a 4.5 out of 5. A fun, enjoyable movie for the weekend. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for more reviews coming. I think I'm done for the weekend. I don't know what else is out. But stay tuned. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I will talk to you all later.